welcome back, everybody, to Bot10 Art. My name is Lazaro Gomez, and this is the Friday night live stream. It doesn't get any more exciting than that. Like, that's an intro, you know what I mean? First and foremost, thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. We're going to go for an hour like we always do. If it's your first time on the live stream, or the Friday night live stream, I should say, um, well, you've come to the right place, because what we do is we have a different project every week. We play one round of trivia. I also give you a strange fact of the week, and we just we have a good time for the next hour. So if you want to just chill out, participate in the chats. We are live streaming right now to YouTube, Facebook, DLIVE, and Twitch. Hey, hello, 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 Ambiger, hello. So yeah, we're live streaming to all of those different places. I have two chats open, one on YouTube and one on DLive. That way I keep I keep track of what everybody is telling me. I don't want anybody to be, left out. Man, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. For us, it's a little bit it's a little bit complicated. I'll be talking about it on Sunday on Noodle Doodle. But we are experiencing some challenges that we're trying to get through. So we were supposed to have some friends over for dinner. They just had a baby, so we kind of gave them time to get acclimated, and we didn't want to bombard them, because everybody's like, oh, we want to see the baby, blah blah blah. So we gave it a little bit of time, and then we invited them to our home to have dinner, and so we could see the baby. But we had to cancel it because my wife's van it died while she was picking up the girls from school. Right, my beautiful queen, she was picking up the girls from school. The car, something happened to it. And we have thank you very much for the ice cream. We have a service that we use, but for some reason, like, we ran into a lot of problems with that. So, but I'll talk more about it on on the podcast Noodle Doodle on Sunday at 10 a.m. But for now, it is the Friday night live stream. So yeah, we're going through some stuff. We're going through some stuff. But anyways, I digress. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I had a challenging week. But I look forward to the weekend. I would like to get, some rest, and just kind of chill out a little bit, and let the week let the week die down. And going into the weekend, that's our time to get charged up, right? To get reacquainted. Reacquainted with our soul, if you would. But anyways, we're gonna continue doing the Umbrella Academy painting. I started it last week, and then we're gonna finish it off this week. So I hope you guys enjoy that. The beautiful queen did mention to me that I do a lot of talking and not a lot of painting. I gotta tease her a little bit, she's had a rough day. But hopefully I can get some painting done for you. a lot more painting done for you, and a lot less talking. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen tonight. For all of you watching on DLive, yes, it's a bit of a difference, because of course there it's kind of like the wild wild west. You can have whatever music you want in the background. You can you can do a lot of cool things that I cannot get away with doing on YouTube. So you're like, yo, where's the music? There is none. But on Saturday I will go back to taking requests, because I am taking art requests on DLive, and then it'll be business as usual over there. But for tonight, it's just us. Just us having a good time. I'm still using the Waverly acrylic paints. And kind of keeping the piece simple, you know, laying down basic colors for right now, and then we're gonna ink it all. I don't know if we're gonna get, you know, all of it completed tonight. I'm hoping we put a really good dent in this thing, but I don't know how it's going to go, guys. I don't know. I have no idea, but I will try my best. I will try my best to get it done. And if not, well, we always have next week. We always have next week to get it done. We got time. We got time. Oh man. I finally saw Avengers Endgame, and I'm not gonna give away anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone. It's like, no, don't talk about it. Apparently there's like some unwritten law that after a week or after 2 weeks or something like that, you're okay to talk about stuff. I don't know. I don't keep up on that sort of stuff. But my son did want to see the movie, and we went together. You got this. Thank you. Thank you for that vote of confidence. I really need it. Well, you know, I want to give you guys a good show. Want to make sure I'm providing good entertainment. Internetainment. Internetainment. That was coined very famously by Mr. Link Neal from Good Mythical Morning. I don't know if you guys watch that or not, but he always says that. So yeah, my son and I, we went to go see Avengers, and I came back to work and people were like, "What? You didn't like it?" It was like, I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it was an okay movie. It was just okay. it was good. But I didn't like, I don't know. I didn't freak out. I didn't like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it," you know, insert whatever spoiler you want. Like, I just like, nah. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. And it's just, to me, I kind of feel like it's the evolution of things, right? So things have to change. Like, why, you know, why are you going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again? So it was nice to kind of see a change. And I think that's what bothered people the most. Like, why do they have to change it? This is my favorite, you know. Because they have to, you know. It's like, it's kind of keeping everything nice and fresh in a way. I don't know. It moves, you know, it moves the MCU along, how they say. Those are very popular initials. The MCU. Everybody's all about the MCU. The MCU. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The MCU. Does Dumbledore die in the movie? Well, I mean, if you want the spoilers, you know, do you want the spoilers? Because let me tell you what, Dumbledore does die in the movie. Can you imagine, like, all the Harry Potter fans, like, no, what do you mean? What are you talking about? How could you say that? It's like, relax, we're not talking about anything. Those, well, I mean, come on. When did those movies come out? Mr. Winter Cobra, thank you so very much for the lemon, senor. I hope you're feeling better, man. You and your house, the house of Cobra, has been infected with some kind of crazy flupus. Some kind of crazy flupus, man. Everybody got a fever. Jeez. Oh, I feel so bad for you guys, but I really hope you guys are doing better, right? I mean, you are coming out of it. I hope. I hope. It's terrible, man. Especially when when you got a little one. Like when my kids were little and they would get sick, I could tell you that my wife and I were like heartbroken. We were so like, oh my god, we can't do anything for them. No, 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 no. That's a funny little thing. Um, Anybody watching on YouTube thinks I'm absolutely nuts because I'm looking at the chat from DLive and there's like a bunch of little, I guess, animated gifs you can call it, right? They have little animated gifs that you can add to the chat and they're hilarious. So anybody on YouTube is like, what the hell is he talking about? You have to be on DLive to see it. So yeah, so anyways, like we would always feel so bad when our kids were sick when they were little. Just because, it's like you can't really do anything. You can't really, like, yeah, you can give them antibiotics and medicine and of course, you take your kids to the doctor. Thank you. I'm finally starting to, oh, you're starting to get sick. My wife and one kid are, but my eldest is still fighting. Took her to the doctor twice this week. Oh my god, man. Dude, like, God bless you guys, man. Jeez. It's not easy. And now you're getting sick? Oh, jeez. So I'm pretty sure your stream is going to sound ridiculous because you're fighting off whatever it is that you're fighting along with whatever you're fighting on your video game. I would imagine you're not going to be doing a lot of talking. Oh, what? Did I just say GIF? Did you just say GIF? Well, not that. Not peanut butter GIF. Like an animated image, also known as a graphic something something. This is terrible. I went to art school. I should know what GIF stands for. I know JPEG is like a compressed image. A GIF. Some people say GIF. Some people say GIF. See, when we were in college, back in my day, yes, I did. I said GIF. But back in my day, that's what they were called. They were called GIFs. And then now, modern times, Grandpa Laz here says, Grandpa Laz finds out that they're calling it GIF. Right? A GIF. But that's what they were called. They were called GIFs back in the day. Back in the day. Just so I could date myself even more, we had to. Okay, so I do a lot of digital artwork on on my computer, on my tablet, this and that, whatever, and we use Creative Cloud. Like the latest was CS6 and Creative Cloud, right? That's the latest. Okay, so when I was in college, I was being taught how to make brochures and magazine spreads and stuff like that, and I was using Photoshop Deuce, Photoshop 2. I was using Photoshop 2 on a Mac, and it was like, do you park your car in the garage? Look at Amberger with the jokes, huh? Nice. Hey, listen, payback when you go live streaming. I'm coming for you. Yeah, I parked my my SAR in the in the GIF garage, in the jar garage. But oh, but yeah, when I was in college, back in the day when I was in college, we used to go 2 miles, and no, it wasn't like that. But it was a little bit crazy for me when I was in college because at the time I worked at a hospital and I worked overnight. It was a hospital in Miami called Mount Sinai. It was on the beach. It was on, I don't want to say South Beach, but it was in Miami Beach. As you're going in that area, I'm trying to I'm trying to give you a visual without a visual. But anyways, to put it in perspective, I worked overnight from, I think it was like 11 at night till 7 in the morning. And then I would leave straight from there to college, which was in Fort Lauderdale. I went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. Um, cool teachers, terrible school. But that's, it's a matter of opinion on my part. Um, so I go to work 11 o'clock at night, 7 a.m. I worked in the maternity, like, maternity floor or maternity ward, I guess you can call it. They called it labor and delivery. So I worked in labor and delivery. I was the guy who would, once the women or the mothers delivered their babies, I was the guy that transported them from the delivery room to their new suite and then go back and clean all of that nasty all that nasty mess. If you're a parent, father, mom, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You know what kind of condition that room is in. So anyways, that was my job. And I worked overnight. It was really crazy. It was weird. A lot of funky things would happen in the middle of the night. Um, but it was cool. I got to see a lot of babies, and sometimes sometimes it wasn't easy. I was the only male on that floor, and the nurses were all female. Some of them were really mean to me, I guess, because I don't know. They kind of felt threatened by a man working there with them. But other ones did show me kindness, and they were really cool. So there was like really cool nurses that worked there, and really, yeah, it was gross, man. Uh, there was really nice people and really mean and rude people. But anyways, I didn't mean to squirrel myself with that one. But I worked in I worked in South or Miami Beach. Then every morning at 7 a.m. I would drive directly to college in Fort Lauderdale by the airport. I don't know, however many miles that is. I never really kept track of it because, of course, we didn't have Google Maps or anything. I thought when MapQuest came out, it was the greatest thing ever, and like we wasted so much paper printing that out. Whenever we wanted to go somebody, it's like, oh, MapQuest it, man. It's the future. So I would be in college. What? My first class was, I want to say, 9 a.m. So we would stay there 4 hours. So that's 10, 11, 12. 1. There was a small break. We would do another 4 hours. So like right around rush hour, like 6 p.m. or something like that, I'm going home. So when I get home, it's take a shower, um, take a shower, eat something, nap for a little bit, and do it all over again. So I did that for two and a half years. I did that while I was in college, and it was just nuts. It was it was insane. So, needless to say, there's a lot of things that I've put up with in life that, you know, like it doesn't. It's not a lot can bug me. I spent 2 of those years like the only place I could sleep, and my beautiful queen can tell you all about that. Hey, Scully, what's up? Hold on. Now we know where now we know where your love for horror came from. You worked the graveyard shift delivering the vampires. I did well, I didn't deliver the vampires, but I did have some part in it. Um and I'll tell you what, man, it's like I love horror and sci-fi. Of course. Um yeah, but hey, my job was not cool. I worked in a hospital and all that good stuff, but my job was not cool. Anyways, I'm trying to remember how I got onto this topic. How did I get onto this? What were we talking about? College? Anyways, it's a good story. It's a good story, ladies and gentlemen. Um oh, that's right. This all started with with the GIF or the GIF. Uh It's about, oh my god, dude. Okay, so it was 35 miles. Yeah, so I did that pretty much Monday through Friday for 2.5 years. There you go. Thank you, Winter, for that. Did you did I ever get no, I did not get bit. But some of the ladies, they were like um there was one lady at night that for no reason at all. What's up, Dangerous? Art Familia. Yeah, baby. Uh I don't want to say mean things about her, but there was a lady who like every single day she made it a point. She's like, "I hate you." And just like, okay. Like she would just like take out the garbage, take out this, mop the floors, do that, make sure the bathrooms blah blah blah, this and that. And don't forget, I hate you. I'm like, "Yep, I got it. Thank you." So, and I don't know. It was like I said, it was this whole dynamic between like, man uh male and female, like a male and a female environment and all that stuff. It was stupid back then. Like I swear, it was really stupid. Things have gotten better, thank God. Guess what time it is? Ooh baby, ooh baby. Strange but true. I gotta grab my phone because it's charging. Ah. And then I'll give you your strange but true fact for the week. I've kind of been a little bit lazy this week. I didn't I didn't look up something like really interesting. Like normally I scroll through and I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So, we're just going to wing it. I'm looking at something interesting now. Thank you everybody for joining my live stream. And by the way, this is strange but true. It's the part where I give you a strange fact for you to mull over. And did you know that there are over 87,000 Americans on a waiting list for organ transplants? There you go. It's 8:30. I am sorry. I do apologize for that. So yeah, man, that's pretty crazy. There's over 87,000 Americans on a waiting list for organ transplants. I wonder which one is the most. Do you guys think you know which one's the most? Probably like kidney, right? Kidney transplants or liver transplants? Well, kidneys you have two of them, so you're okay if you live with one. Oh, yeah. You got on the topic because you are drunk and rambling. Do you know you are painting upside down, man? I do know I'm painting upside down. I tend to do that, Mr. Scully. Nope, no drinking. I can prove it. I can prove it right there. I am enjoying a nice, lovely, not a sponsor LaCroix. Nah, man, the drinking's tomorrow. That's when we get down. That's when we get down. By the way, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Congratulations, you did something amazing. It's crazy. Like, I'll tell you what. What? Winging it? Yeah, I'm winging it. What do you mean you're going to unsubscribe, mister? Come on, don't do that to me. You know, like we have 3 kids, and the first one, like when my wife became pregnant with our son, it was like, oh crap, you know, we gonna be parents. What are we gonna do? This and that, whatever. Um, but I'll tell you what, like, I give women a lot of credit because they really go through hell, man. They go through hell, and you know, my mama went through it. She gave birth to me. Oh, Amberger has a weird fact she want, or well, he or she, I'm not sure. Sorry, you never really told me. But Amberger can wiggle. Well, I'll do it like this. Here's my weird fact. I can wiggle my ears, is what Amberger said. So there you go. My beautiful queen says, I need a drink after dealing with AAA. Laugh out loud. I'm with you, baby. I agree. Like, today you were the star. Jesus. I'll talk about it on Noodle Doodle, though, definitely on the podcast. But yeah, I had a whole new. Oh, she. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Amber. I didn't, I didn't mean to. Um, I have a whole new respect for my wife because, like, man, you see, like, when your wife is in labor, you see them in a totally different light. Because of course it's a lot of pain, It's like there's a human coming out of another human. Sorry, I lowered my mic for a minute. There's a human coming out of another human, so like, yeah. It's a lot of pain involved. Uh but yeah. Jeez. So for me, I certainly have no problem at all wishing all you lovely women a happy Mother's Day this weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy those creations. Enjoy those creations. I always like the movies where the like the wife is having the baby and she's like, "You did this to me." You did this to me, you animal. Why? I need a drink after dealing with my AA meeting. Nice. It's tough, man. It's really tough. So yeah, man. Like the next time you see your mom or grandma or just somebody that that had a baby, just like give them a pat in the back and say, look, um thank you. You did a good job pushing me out into the world. Now I pay bills, thank you. If you're a dad, does that mean you have dad joke power? Okay, so let me explain the dad joke power. Okay, let me explain that. We gotta heat up the skin tone paint here. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah, this is right. This is what I want. This is what I want. Do I? Okay, so let's start off like this. Do I have dad joke powers? The answer is yes, I do. I do have dad joke powers. However, and let me address this properly. However, I was not born with dad joke powers. Okay. Um, when I was younger, uh, my wife gave birth to our son. He's our son right now. He's 21. So we're experts at this, right? By now, we're experts at this. And I did not develop those powers until he was like watching Dragon Ball Z. So it took a little while. Yeah, pull my finger. Ah, hey. Oh yes, this is a true fact that my beautiful queen has mentioned. Uh, you did you did you did the heavy lifting of the Cuban sandwich on the first one. Laugh out loud. Because while my wife was giving birth, I was so hungry that my sister got me a Cuban sandwich and I was eating it. I was like, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die. So yes, I was enjoying a Cuban sandwich. I mean, can you blame me really? I'm Cuban. We're Cuban, babe. I mean, tenía hambre. I was hungry. Like, what am I gonna do? The baby's gonna come out regardless. And plus, the doctor was there. He's the professional, not me. Which you want me to deliver the baby? I could barely like nuke a burrito. But anyways, yeah. So when do the powers first manifest? So that's the thing. I want to say when the boy get in the boat, boy. When the boy became uh 11ish, 10, 11. And I only say that because the dad jokes are currently flowing with my two daughters. And it makes it really funny because one of them never gets the jokes. And it makes it so much more funnier. So, yeah, around that time, you know, 11, something like that, 11, 12, I discovered my power of telling bad jokes or dad jokes, I should say, right? Dad jokes. And in the beginning, they are cute. They are cute. They are cuddly. You know, why did the man throw the butter out the window? To see butterfly. And it's like, they think it's cute. Then why did the man throw the watch out the window? Because he wanted to see time fly. And it starts off like that because uh, before all I had was like adult jokes, jokes that I told my friends and jokes that they told me, and they were horrendous, right? We can't tell those jokes to the kids. Like, God, you kidding me? And that's when you develop. Uh, what do you? Oh, okay. Here we go. I know that one. I know that one. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Yeah, exactly. Um, you start developing neat and cool ways to communicate with your child and at the same time kind of give them that reassurance and security that it's like, hey, pop got you, right? Dad got your back. And so, thank you, Zimag, for the lemon. You will never let that down. No, I won't. I won't. And I admitted it. I ate a sandwich while my wife was giving birth, so that's cool. You did such a great job. Like, what did you need me for? So, um, so yeah, it's a bonding moment, right? It's a time where you're just like, you're letting your kid know, hey, I got your back, buddy. Don't worry about things. But being that, and this is where I'm gonna get the most like what do they call that? I guess flack, the most flack for or Okay, see ya. That thing like fell right out of my hand, but I'm not gonna go get it. Winter Cobra with 3 lemons. Oh my God, Amberger with 5. Jeez, man, you guys are so, man, you guys are so cool to me, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, this is where people are gonna be like, really? But before I say that, you have to understand the type of person that I am. Like for me, I I try to find the good in everything, right? And in bad situations, I think I always go back to that joke in Jurassic Park where the kids are in the truck and it's falling down, this and that, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, we're back in the car." Like the kid, it goes all the way down to the floor, and the kid is like, we're stuck back in the car, and the other kid was like, "Well, at least we're out of the tree." And that made me laugh because that's kind of how I am. I don't take I don't take myself too serious. I need to somehow make a brown. All right, this is gonna work, I think. So I tend to do that. My jokes, my dad jokes tend to be that way. Like for and now I'm doing it with my daughter, right? With both of them, really. But I let them know. I'm like, okay, well, and it doesn't have the same effect because I told the joke to my son and he was like, gross. They were like, don't ever say that joke again because it offends me and blah, blah. So I get a whole lecture when I say the joke, but I tell them stuff like this, right? Like, what's green and red and goes 100 miles an hour? That's a dad joke. Anybody? Let's see. I'll give it a minute. And when I told them that joke, immediately after it was like, no, that's disgusting. You should never say that stuff. Blah 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 blah. And you know, it makes them cringe and it makes me laugh. But it's my way of bonding with my child. Like, just letting them know, hey, you know what? Life is gonna beat you up. Life is gonna throw you around and do really nasty things to you. But at the same time, it's gonna give you the most amazing moments in your life. And for me, that's one of them, right? When they were born. When they were born, my children, the children of the night. Oh, man. Anybody? Nobody? I gave you enough time. What's green and red and goes 100 miles an hour? A frog in a blender. And the kids were like, Jesus, Dad. Like, why would you say that? That's so mean. The poor frog and blah, blah. It's like, it's a dad joke, dude. Get it? Like, it's a dad joke. Don't worry about it. So it's things like that. It's things like that really change the dynamic of your relationship with your child. And just like, yep, here comes dad. He's gonna say some dad joke. You know, he's gonna say some crazy dad joke. A plane crashes on the border of Canada and the United States. Where do you bury the survivors? That one's always been my favorite because just the look on their face is like, man, like why would you talk about a plane crash, Dad? It's like, just do you get it? Do you get it? No. Okay. Well, when you figure it out, let me know. Right on the border. Yeah, you came too late, bro. I already told the joke. No, there's a delay. Um, so yeah, a plane crashes on the border of the United States and Canada. Where do you where do you bury the survivors? Hmm. And the poor kids, you can see it in their face, like they're really trying to crank this one out, right? They're trying to figure it out. And after, I let it sink for a little while because that's the best part about the dad joke. It's all in the delivery. You have to tell them. You have to tell them. Okay, so here we go. Here's a little secret, right? We're gonna give away some secrets here. What makes a good dad joke? Yep, you got it. Nowhere. You don't bury survivors. Winter Cobra. You got it. Can't bury peeps that are alive. Uh, here's the takeaway or the key to the dad joke, and you have to understand this part. This is like crucial. This is crucial because anybody who's a dad is gonna develop these skills, right? But there's an art to it. There's an art to it. So the key is a well placed dad joke, and I mean like a bad, you know, a good dad joke means that it's a bad joke. So a well a well crafted dad joke at the at the right time is what makes it memorable. So usually it's when something bad happens, that's when you want to say the dad joke. Okay? Does that make sense? Did everybody get that? Like, did everybody get that? When something is really really bad, like something, whatever, like you're sick and you have to go to the doctor's office, that's when you tell them a bad dad joke. Because what it does is it breaks the tension. It stops your child from thinking about whatever it is that's uh, scaring them or bothering them or disturbing them. For instance, um, my son Chris when he was little, he was riding his bike. He was learning how to ride his bike. And nope, we type we type and see you 2 minutes later. Yeah, yeah. I know. I was just giving you a hard time. Um, he was riding his bike and he fell down, and then when he fell down, the handlebar kind of hit him in the chest, and he was crying. He was upset, and of course, mom and dad are doing our best to bandage up the boy, and a very popular word back then was "oh snap." Oh snap. People were like, "Oh snap." So the funniest thing ever, and till this day, we still give him crap about it. Look, Paul, I'm painting upside down. Is that he was in the bathroom crying, and he was little. He was like, man, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. Um, and he's in the bathroom crying, and we're patching him up. Oh no, wait a minute. Was that the? I think it was the time that he messed up his knee. I think that's what it was. One of those two times. That was ages ago. So forgive me, forgive me if I don't remember exactly. My wife, she'll chime in, I'm sure. But anyways, and all we remember was him crying, and he's like, "Oh snap," you know, and it was so funny, dude. It was the funniest thing ever because he's saying "oh snap" while he's crying, and he was so brave. Um, we patched him up and gave him a little treat, and kept on going. So that moment right there, that would have been the right time to say a dad joke, something like that. That would have been like that opportunity right there would have been the perfect opportunity to give the boy a dad joke. So for me, like, I'm big on riddles, so I give them riddles as well. You know, I like I like a good riddle. I think that's important. Like, it's you have to have a good riddle. All right, so this is like, life advice. Especially if you're young or you're a young adult, you have to know a couple of things. Oh, okay. Uh no, it was when he fell on his bike and the handlebar hit his chest. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, yeah, okay. Got it, got it. That's the old snap story. if you're a young adult, yeah, look at that. We're coming along nicely. Yay! Look, I'm actually painting more than I'm talking. The if you're a young adult, there's a couple of things you need to know that are essential in life. Okay, one of them is you have to know how to cook a proper egg. All right, basic. Whether it's a hard-boiled egg, a fried egg, or a scrambled egg, you have to know how to make you have to know how to make a decent egg. Why is that important? Because that is the beginning of all cooking. If you're gonna bake something sweet, there's eggs in it. If you're going to make pancakes, there's eggs in it. So on and so forth. You see where I'm going with that? So one of the key essential things if you're a young adult is you have to know how to cook a proper egg. If you don't know how to do it, then figure out a way to do it. Like either have someone teach you how to do it, or you practice it, or you got to figure out a way to do that. So that's one of the key things in life you have to know how to do is make a decent egg. All right. Second thing is well, this is more like don't overindulge. All right. Don't overindulge. All right. We'll see you later, Amberger. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for the donations. Don't overindulge. And what that means is like, don't buy things that you don't need. You don't need like 50 pairs of shoes. You just need like a good 5 pairs of shoes. And you're good. Same thing with backpacks. You only need like 2 good backpacks. That's it. So don't ever overindulge. Like, you get into this habit of saving your money and this and that, whatever. So it kind of all flows together and you figure it out that way. So learn to make a good egg. Don't overindulge. All right. So there's that. Know at least 4 or 5 good riddles, 4 or 5 good jokes, and know your way around a compass. Like basically, like know your cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. You're good there. That's important. And there's a few, there's a few more. I'm actually, man, now that I'm saying this, I think I might cover it in my podcast. Things you need in life. As a young adult, these are things that you need in life. So you need to have cooking skills. You need to be proficient at things, and just have like basic survival skills and stuff like that. All right. If you're a young adult, that's what I'm talking about. And read. Know how to read. That's a big one. What if you're a toy collector? What about it? If I'm a toy collector, I mean, I collect toys. Oh, okay. How do you keep yourself from overindulging? Well, here's the thing. So toys, here's the trap when it comes to toys. All right, toys are nostalgic. When I was growing up, I had every single G.I. Joe. I had all the Transformers. I had Thundercats. I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had Voltron. I had everything. Like, just throw a rock at something that you think from that time, and I had it. From the 70s, from the 80s, I had it all. All right? Had it all. And it was because I like toys. I was that kid. I was that kid that learned about collecting toys at a young age. It wasn't so much that I like playing with them. It's just like, man, you know what? This is my favorite G.I. Joe. And I'm going to sneak it into my backpack, and I'm taking it to school with me because I want Snake Eyes to be with me always. And then of course my love for robots and all that good stuff. So that kind of evolved a little bit. But yeah, if you're if you're a toy collector, no, I can't. No more Wolverine. I already told that story. Go away. Um, if you're a toy collector, you can um how do I put this? You can get away with collecting. All right, you can actually collect quite a lot, but after a while, you're gonna have to do something with that. And I like toys and stuff like that, but what really did it for me was that when I was growing up, my younger brother got into my toys, and he wreaked havoc. He started like destroying my toys, and I had toy models and stuff like that, and he would just pick them off the shelf and go to town, dude, and destroy my models and all kinds of stuff. So that kind of got me out of the toy collecting for a little while. I'm like, man, this kid, this kid's wrecking the joint. So there's that. But toys are a trap because they're playing on the fact that it's our nostalgia, right? It's our memories. They're messing with our memories, and they put a price on it. They put a price on our memories, and especially now, man, the toys are. Everybody's like, "Oh, the toys now suck." Well, I mean, they don't suck. They just evolved because the number one, I mean, if you want to call it a toy or a collectible or anything like that, but the number one item that everybody's collecting right now are pops, custom pops, Funko Pops. And they're smart. They've licensed every single franchise you can possibly imagine. There's a pop for everything. Like I have so many pops from so many different things and so many different movies and genres and all kinds of crap, right? But that's the trap. That's how they get you. And after a while, you have to start letting that go. You can't indulge. You cannot indulge. Too much of a good thing is bad for you. So there's the lesson. For me, what happened to me is I got into toys and I had so many toys and this and that, and then I just started selling them, and that in turn was like, okay, cool. It became a thing. I'm collecting stuff, but I'm also selling stuff. No, it was when he. Yeah, I already read that. Sorry. Ugh. The chat was like bloop bloop. Sorry. Reading old data. Um, you could do it for an investment, and I get that. You buy a toy now that you know later on is going to be hard to find or something like that, and it puts your kids through college. It pays bills. It does because I've done it. I've done it myself. I've bought toys and sold them again. And yes, it's horrible. And how dare you sell all this crap on eBay? And you're a horrible human being. And yes, I get it. Uh, but some of those toys have kept the lights on in my house when I have seen hard times. So whatever it takes, like the Avengers. Um, so yeah, you could do that. You could collect stuff, but after a while, you're gonna have to get rid of it because then it's becoming part of your life. And if it's becoming part of your life, then you have to embrace it. You have to kind of be the ambassador of that, whatever it is. So what I mean by that is with the Funko Pop, there's so many of them, this and that, whatever, and there's so many people that collect them and have followed the company for so long that they're actually known as official fanatics, Funko fanatics. And that's what I mean. You get to the point where you collect so much that you're gonna have to explain it. Like, oh, this is what I do. I love Funko Pop, and I'm a fanatic. And Jake, whoever his name is, the founder of, it's terrible. I'm destroying his name. Anyways, the owner and founder of Funko Pop visits them and gives them a certified letter and little badge, and hey, you're now a fanatic. Like, dude, that's deep. Okay, that is deep collecting. Really deep collecting. And that's what I mean. You have to, so don't indulge. Food, it's the same thing. You don't want to overeat. You don't want to buy a house or a car or something that you can't afford. And then you're just, you're slaving away for all this stuff, right? For the stuff. It's like, I need a good paying job so I can pay for the stuff that I want to get. But it's like, do you really need it? You know what I mean? So, granted, I'm not saying get rid of everything in your life. That's not what I mean. If you love books, collect books. But don't collect books, shoes, hair dryers and all kinds of crap. So for me, it's all about art. And it's very easy for me to go into an art store and be like, ooh, Copic markers, yes. How much is that? $137? I'll take it. I need it. But I have to be careful, because if I already have the markers, why am I going to get more? It's like, I'd rather spend the money on the refills, because eventually I'm going to need that. And I do a lot of artwork, so it kind of makes sense. I'm not indulging. Those aren't toys. Those are mini art pieces. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're a cancer to the toy industry. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, dude. And people like whatever they like. Whatever makes them happy. The same way you look at a He-Man figure and you're like, man, this is so awesome, blah blah blah. To them, it's the same thing. The same thing. The exact same thing. All right, we got further along. There's our piece right there. It is about that time for us to play trivia. I gotta get my phone again. Let me hide this little dude. Whoop. And it is time for Ring Tickle. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's the first time you're watching, this is the segment of my live stream where I give you one trivia question, and it's up to you, if you know the answer, to leave it in the form of a comment on this video. That's for all the people watching on YouTube and stuff like that. If you're watching on DLIVE, you have the replays, and you could answer there. So here we go. Your trivia question. By the way, last week's trivia question was Nolan Bushnell. Correct. It is Chuck E. Cheese's. Chuck E. Cheese's. A lot of people say Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. But it's actually like, it's Chuck E.'s Cheese's. Chuck E. Cheese's. So yeah, the co-founder of Atari made a pizza chain called Chuck E. Cheese's. So if we're looking at the scoreboard, bang, Leela was correct and Scully was correct. Jordan did not answer, and nobody else. So they're taking away with this sort. They're going like above and beyond with this trivia stuff. So here we go. Here is your trivia question. In 1988, American live action animated comedy film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Let's see. Oh, okay. So, I read that wrong. I do apologize. In the 1988 American live action animated comedy film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who framed Roger Rabbit? That's your question. All right. Who framed Roger Rabbit in the 1988 American live action animated comedy film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? So there you have it. If you know the answer, you think you know the answer. Leave it in the form of a comment. Where's your prize? You gotta play, son. You gotta play. Of course, we play for points. In the summertime, I'm gonna be sending out a giant BOT10ART goodie box that's gonna have a lot of toys and a lot of cool stuff, artwork, possibly this piece that you see here, maybe, or another original piece that I have created. And then again, another box will go out in Christmas time. So that's it. That is it. Now, over the weekend, I'm going to go ahead and continue painting this so that the following week we could ink it all up and call it done. So there you have it. That was brain tickle. You guys with bug eyes. Hey, you can't. It doesn't work if you say it in the chat. But anyways, that is all the time I have for today. I'm taking my lovely family out to a dinner because we had a horrible day. And hopefully custard makes it all better somehow. I believe it does. It makes everybody happy. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a great week. Tomorrow I will be on DLIVE. I'll be live streaming there, probably around 10 a.m. ish. And then again, I will be doing my podcast on Sunday morning on YouTube and DLive and everywhere else, called Noodle Doodle, and that is at 10 a.m. All right, so there you have it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you reach out to me. If you're doing some cool artwork and you want me to see it, tag me somehow. Just tag BOT10ART and I'll check it out. Anything else will be, I will direct you to my website. It's bot10art.blogspot.com. And I hope to see you all real soon. We'll see you soon. Thank you for the ice cream, man. That's awesome. El heladito. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Art Familia. We'll see you next week. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for supporting me all the time. I know I say it a lot. I'm always like thanking everybody and stuff like that, but I feel like you guys support me so much, and I really don't deserve it, but I certainly do appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me. So thank you very much. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, thank you for all the donations. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.